Hello, this is Matt Bisek, Executive Director of the Oregon Trio Association, and today I want to do a quick video giving some context and onboarding for what COE is. This is the Council for Opportunity in Education. COE was first founded in 1981, and it was really a group of trio leaders from different institutions recognizing that, we've all been operating in silos. Everybody's just kind of been doing their own thing. When it comes to advocating to TRIO, to the federal government to kind of maintain funding or keep them from messing with how we do our grants, that we needed a voice. We needed to come together and have a single voice that can communicate to these people what amazing work we're doing, how effective we are, and recommendations that we all would like to see out of the Department of Education. So COE was brought together of all these various leaders from across the country and organized their own organization to lobby on behalf of TRIO programs, and they've been doing that for the past 40 years. The short and sweet of it is that COE is our TRIO advocate that is in DC. They talk with legislators, they talk with Department of Ed, they have the foremost experts in all things legs and regs, TRIO competitions, just all the things that are really big picture TRIO, having their pulse on the current political climate and understanding which individuals we maybe need to get further support from to kind of continue getting increases in appropriations and funding so that our programs can continue to exist. We can get increases in our annual budgets as well as enough funding to support new programs throughout the country as well. So they are unbelievable. They're immensely professional. They have really centralized the voice of TRIO. At the end of the day, TRIO is a single line item in the federal budget. So there's a lot of things going on and to consider when it comes to the federal government and what it is they're funding. So if we can really simplify and be united in what we are asking for and how we're presenting ourselves to the Department of Ed and to our legislators at a national level, it really bodes well and allows us to be continually supported. In addition, the TRIO model is very bipartisan, right? This is not just some blue versus red topic. So they really find good ways of maintaining that balance and maintaining support from across the aisle so that our TRIO programs are never threatened in terms of losing our federal funding. And at this stage, TRIO funding is over $1 billion annually. So once you're over that bill mark, you become a target for a lot of people who have new educational programming or new initiatives. They want to go after us and take some of our money that supports the work that we do. So COE is there to exist to make sure that that kind of doesn't happen, right? That we get the support we need to continue doing this amazing and wonderful work. I understand that the membership costs are pretty significant for institutions to go into COE, but I highly recommend you find a way to do that. Not only is it immensely beneficial because you can participate in many of their professional development opportunities, particularly those that are taking place during grant writing years. They do just incredible work of preparing you and giving you support in your grant writing process to be refunded. But they also just do amazing work that you don't have time to do. I don't imagine most of us want to be spending a lot of time contacting our senators and legislators and planning visits out to DC. They just facilitate all that stuff for you and ensure that the really big picture, high level stuff is taken care of, and give us all very clear, direct messaging so that even if we need to make a phone call, write an email to a legislator, that it is simplified, very easy to digest, and something that you can just kind of reroute and send off to those individuals that are from your own district and area. At the end of the day, COE, although they're very important, they still need us. They need us to stay engaged because the senators and the House of Representatives, they don't necessarily care what those people in DC say. They want to hear from their constituents. So it's important that you pay attention to what COE is doing, that you do the outreach to your local legislators when they ask that of you. It's not super often, but the key for that is, although it's a central message, they're not going to listen to them if it's coming from DC. It has to come from us here, kind of within our grassroots organizing, within their communities, because those are the people that they are there to serve. If it is coming from you, if you can reach out to them, find ways to bring them into your programs, connect them with your students, show them the amazing work that we do every single day, it will go so much further of continuing to maintain their support as we look for appropriations increases year after year. One thing to also keep in mind is that COE, although they have a lot of paid staff, they are still governed by a board of trio professionals from around the region. So NAP, our region, has 3 board member positions out of the 30, right? There's 10 regions in the country. Each regions have 3 representatives. So we are a voice in terms of the direction that COE goes, and we are more or less the governing body that dictates the kind of work that they are doing. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to myself. I'd love to elaborate you. If you ever need to connect with like very specific challenges or things you're facing within your own program, COE can be an amazing resource for us, but oftentimes it can be hard to communicate with them. One of the benefits is that in my position, I can utilize some of the connections I've made with COE professionals and connect you with amazing people who can give you incredible insight about any questions that you may have. But that shouldn't stop you from also reaching out to them directly. It's a bunch of incredible people that are so passionate about serving our students in these trio missions, and they are there to serve you, help you, and allow you to run the best programs possible. So just for some context, they do offer an annual conference every single year, usually in September, and then there is the annual policy seminar conference, which is when everybody comes into DC and schedules some lobbying activities to actually meet with your legislators. They usually also plan a priority training around that as well, so it can be relatively an allowable cost for you to attend. So if you ever have a chance to attend either of those events, it's amazing to be in a room with 2,000 trio professionals from all over the country, and I would highly recommend making one of those if you have not done it before. So with that, thank you for watching this video on COE, and I look forward to talking with you later.